Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to build decks led by the new legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set. Leading today's deck is none other than the villain of Final Fantasy XV, Ardyn the Usurper. What is it with the trope of the advisor being the real bad guy? Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Ardyn the Usurper is an 8-mana 4/4 legendary elder human noble who gives demons we control menace, lifelink, and haste. Additionally, at the beginning of combat on our turn, we exile up to one target creature from a graveyard. If we exile a card that way, we create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. So obviously, we want creature cards in graveyards in order to make this deck function, and black has two ways of doing that. The first is to mill them, and the second is to just kill them the old-fashioned way. Either way, with an 8-mana commander, it'll be a while before we start stealing our opponent's creatures, or reanimating our own. Now, I've played the first 10 Final Fantasy games and beaten most of them, but I've never gotten more than an hour into 15, so I'm not an expert by any means. I do know that the plot of the game is the boys deciding to take a road trip to meet the prince's fiancée, and when they get there, the evil empire has invaded and taken over everything. And the person responsible for the empire's rise to power is none other than Ardyn. I do intend to play Final Fantasy XV one day, but time is never on our side, is it, dear viewer? Oh, one more thing. I wanted the deck to be a budget build, so you can pick this deck up for just under $100. At least you can at the time of recording. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the beautiful two-tone Synergy series, like this red-white one seen here. Find it if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Bojuka Bog, War Room, Myriad Landscape, and 34 Swamps. Not too shabby. Our mana ramp consists of Milliken, the Darkness Crystal, Dark Ritual, Songs of the Damned, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thought Vessel, Worn Power Stone, Thrawn Dynamo, Gilded Lotus, Gauntlet of Power, Caged Sun, Jet Medallion, and Wayfarer's Bauble. Some cost reducers, some mana rocks, and some rituals, as is right and proper. For card advantage, we've got Liliana's Contract, Indulgent Tormentor, Runescarred Demon, Night's Whisper, Demonic Council, Sign in Blood, Rise of the Dark Realms, Boneyard Parlay, Read the Bones, Phyrexian Arena, and Dark Deal. Lots of ways to keep our hands full and dig through our deck. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Feed the Swarm, Withering Torment, Defile, Fell the Profane, Consuming Corruption, Imp's Mischief, Go for the Throat, Infernal Grasp, Sudden Spoiling, Terror, Soul Shatter, Grisly Spectacle, Power Word Kill, Price of Fame, Doomblade, The Eldest Reborn, and Sadistic Shell Game. Gotta love having lots of ways to kill our opponent's creatures. For board wipes, we've got Crippling Fear and Toxic Deluge. Simple and powerful. The core of our deck consists of Sir Conrad the Grim, Breach the Multiverse, Stitcher's Supplier, Ripples of Undeath, Liliana Death's Majesty, Cemetery Tampering, Dread Summons, Undead Butler, Vicious Rumors, Angel of Suffering, Sewer Nemesis, Dreadhound, and Doom Whisperer. Lots of ways to help fill our graveyard with creatures. Supporting our plan, we've also got Not Dead After All, and Exsanguinate. Well, Exsanguinate is there to end games, which is sort of a support. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 55 mana sources split between 37 lands, 17 pieces of ramp, and 1 MDFC. High, I know, but we have an 8 mana commander, so it's fine. 11 pieces of card advantage, 17 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog, Rise of the Dark Realms, and our commander, 1 sudden I win card in Exsanguinate. Wait a minute, Danon, how is Rise of the Dark Realms graveyard hate? And Ardyn? Well, dear viewer, it all comes down to perspective. If your deck views your graveyard as a second hand that you're able to access from time to time, anytime an opponent takes a card from that graveyard just sucks for you. So it all comes down to what kind of deck you're playing against. Sometimes your opponents will get mad at you for stealing their creatures. Other times, your opponents will get mad because they wanted to reanimate them. Are you building an Ardyn the Usurper commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Drya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Elix, Borgie, Naswin, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Goldenwalker, Ernesto, Midge, and Captain Hammer. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.